So why do people ride bigger boards these days? You know how they used to ride 7.5, 7.75? Well, I know why. Do you? So I've known this for a long time, but it's way easier to land on a bigger board. It's easier to flip a smaller board, but if you have big old chunky thick legs like I do, it's way easier to skate a bigger board. So I think bigger trucks lock in and grind better. So when I'm skating like the Thunder 161s or the Indy 169s, I can do 5.0s, Smiths, 50/50s, all that way better on ledges. I also feel like I can lock in the mini ramp a little bit better on coping. And I think most people would agree with me on that. But what's surprising is I feel like I can do flip tricks better on bigger boards because it's just easier to land. On the smaller board, yeah, it flips a lot faster, but I never land on the board. It's harder to keep your shoulders centered over a smaller board if your shoulders are kind of big. I am 230 pounds after eating all day. I'm a little bit more than that at the end of the day. About 6 feet tall, and I'm wearing a size 12 shoe. These are some beautiful DCs. So I really do like riding a 9-inch board or bigger. Now, so why is everybody riding a bigger board now? So the reason a lot of people didn't ride a bigger board in the past when I was riding like 10.75s and all these crazy sizes like 5-6 years ago, that's because when you're riding a bigger board, most bigger boards have longer wheelbases, and the wheelbase is actually more important than the width. Skating a longer or shorter wheelbase is harder to get used to than skating a thinner or wider board. But these days, companies have figured that out, so they're making wider boards with shorter wheelbases. And because of this, it's allowing more people to skate wider boards. The shorter wheelbase works better for like 3 shoves, 360 flips. Anything that rotates this way, it's easier if you have a shorter wheelbase. Now this is a 15-inch wheelbase. This is a hard board to do 360 flips on. I've been skating these Skate Shred blanks for a while, and I do a lot of 360 flips on them, but they definitely spin around a lot slower. I'd have an easier time if it was a wide board with a shorter wheelbase. I like the longer wheelbase because I feel like I'm a pretty big guy, and I just feel more comfortable and more balanced on it, and I feel more like I'm like carving, cruising, like surfing on the board. When I'm skating a short wheelbase, I feel like I'm doing work, like I'm there to land tricks. But when I'm skating a big long wheelbase with big wheels and like really carvy trucks, I feel like I'm there to have fun. So yeah, I think people skate bigger boards because they like them and they have a lot more fun on the bigger board. What's that Australian guy's name? I commented on his video one time. He was skating a 10-inch board or something. I was like, you know, you could skate an 8.5. I was like halfway joking with him because I was skating a 10.75 at the time. So this is a 9-inch wide board. I can skate an 8.5, but it's just way harder for me. So I can't pinpoint exactly why, but for me, it just feels less comfortable and I land less tricks. I fluctuate and go back and forth, and sometimes I think, oh, I'm gonna start skating these popsicle boards again, but it's so hard to find one that actually works for me when almost every wider board feels comfortable for me and works for me. So yeah, that's why people ride wider boards these days. There's like a resurgence of the shaped boards, because shaped boards are better for certain things, but they're definitely worse for other things. You've got Christopher Hyatt skating those shaped PAL boards, and that inspires a lot of people to try to skate them. I definitely skated a lot of them when I was younger, or like maybe 5-10 years ago, just because I thought I could do different things better on them. I could do 360 flips really good on them, but sometimes I couldn't kickflip very good. My kickflips were really rocketed. I think popsicle boards are better for flip tricks. I think they're better for like kick flips and stuff. But when I had that 10.75 Anti-Hero Jeff Grosso board, I was so good at flip tricks. I beat Vontre in games of flat ground skate, and that's like what he does and what he does well. I was skating really well and at a high level on that board. There's just certain boards that work really well for me. Some of those Madness boards that were wider really didn't work as good for flip tricks. I have to kind of get used to the board. And sometimes it takes a while, sometimes you can skate a board right away. Everybody's different and every board's different, and every board from the same company's different, and every board with the same graphic on the bottom of it from the same company is different. So yeah, there's a lot of variables that go into a board. It also matters what kind of trucks you have, what kind of wheels you have. All of that goes together. It all matters. And this channel has a ton of content on all of that. So scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching.